Of these holdovers,
Yes.
which includes the holdovers,
Yep.
I'm gonna name these films, and you tell me which one you think is gonna have the most families going to see it,
Oh, okay. Okay. I like this.
in your estimation.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna name them all, even though we know one of them probably there's not gonna be a lot of people seeing it. The number 1 movie last weekend, The Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, okay? Trolls Band Together, Thanksgiving, The Marvels, or The Holdovers. Which one of these do you think is going to get that Thanksgiving giving family bump?
Okay, so right off the bat, Thanksgiving, the film will get no Thanksgiving family bump.
Yeah.
I think The Marvels gets no Thanksgiving family bump. That movie
Mhm.
is as DOA as it gets.
Yeah.
I think that's the kind of thing that gets a parents will get the most side eye and most disdain from their teenage children if they were to say, "Why don't we go see the Marvels?" That is
Mm.
full kid just like says nothing, slams their plate on the table, gets up, walks away. Dad is screaming, "Get over here!" And, the
Mhm.
kid just huffs and puffs, slams the door behind him. That's what happens
Yeah.
if a parent says, "Let's go see the Marvels." Um, Trolls Band Together obviously is a different type of family. Like if you're a family with little kids, that's the
Mhm.
movie that gets the bump. But it was Holdovers, and what was the other one you said? Hunger Games?
Hunger Games.
I Hunger Games is gonna make more money this weekend than the Holdovers. Bigger movies,
Mhm.
still playing in more theaters, all that. I mean, Holdovers, this is a big weekend for that Holdover.
Yeah.
'Cause I think that's gonna get a big family bump this weekend. That is really everything you're hearing about the screenings of that movie. People love The Holdovers. I loved
Mhm.
it, and it is such an easy watch for families of any age. And
Yeah.
I think that movie, it's getting more screens this weekend. It's gonna be will it be in over 2,000 screens
No,
this
I believe
weekend?
it's gonna be in 15.
In 1,500? It's gonna get
Mhm.
a bump. I mean, that
Yeah.
is such a great choice, especially for families that have, you know, I think 12 and up children, and when you start bringing in in-laws and grandparents, that's the movie that's gonna get the family holiday bump.
I mean, currently, it's on the docket for us, even though you've already seen it, right?
Yes.
That's gonna be the family movie we see over Thanksgiving.
Yes, yes,
That
because, of
that
course,
could
the B.O.
change.
boys will be spending Thanksgiving together with my
Yes.
wife and my in-laws.
Perfectly normal thing to do.
Yeah.
And I think that's the choice, and I think even if Napoleon gets floated, if more people say I think more people will say holdovers.
Yeah. Holdovers are gonna hurt. Yeah, it probably hurts Napoleon a little bit because Holdovers is a dad movie.
Yeah,
It's a
holdovers is
throwback to those 70s Hal Ashby movies.
yeah.
There's gonna be a type of dad. I mean, a History Channel dad who also is a TCM dad, a Turner
Mhm.
Classic Movie dad.
Yeah.
And if you're that dual dad, Holdovers might win out over Napoleon.
Just because I think all great dads acquiesce to what the rest of the family wants, right? I
Yes.
mean, in the sense of, do you want the last chicken leg? The last chicken leg goes to the kid, right? You
Okay.
know, dads will do that. That seems to me like dad says, "Let's see Napoleon," and everybody else says holdovers. Eh, Most dads will be like, "Fine, I'll go see holdovers." Do you know what I mean? Instead of
Right, right.
fighting for Napoleon.
Right, because they also kinda wanna see holdovers.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
and so I think that's the thing is, like, even if Napoleon's floated, if holdovers is the majority, holdovers is gonna win, and then you're gonna get a lot of people going to see holdovers, so That's why I do feel like Napoleon is maybe going to not have as big of an
Mhm.
opening
Yeah, there's a
because of
lot
that.
of
It
dad
doesn't.
competition, yeah.
And yes, Hunger Games, again, like we were saying in the last episode, that is the movie you see with your high school friends. That is going to
Yes.
be the late night, Friday night movie.
Yes, yes,
That
yes.
or Thanksgiving. But I think that's why Hunger Games is holding pretty well during the week because, like I said, the college kids are now getting home. They've done all their wilding out, going crazy,
Mhm.
in the last weekend before Thanksgiving, and now they're back with their high school friends, and they're gonna go see something that's nostalgic,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's where that's gonna go, but that's not gonna be a family thing.
No, no. I mean, I think Hunger Games Hunger Games, we're talking a lot about dads. Is Hunger Games in any way mom's choice this weekend?
If they're a YA mom,
Which, I mean, think of also the trajectory of this franchise. There are probably a lot of younger moms, moms in their 30s, late 20s, early 30s. And I don't know then at that point, are you taking an 8-year-old kid? But even
no.
moms in their 40s who the Jennifer Lawrence Hunger Games in those books hit them 10, 15 years ago. When you're still able to be into that type of media. So I do think that Hunger Games, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes could be a bit of a mom choice. A mom who in the family has got a 10-year-old plus daughter in the family. I think that could be what the mom suggests, and then it becomes a
Yeah,
battle of the sexes situation,
but I think the moms in the
which is
30s are
great.
going to Trolls because those kids are really young.
Those kids are really young, but yeah, I think in a family where you've got a 10-year-old and up, and you got a mom who's 30s or 40, who I think the Jennifer Lawrence Hunger Game and those books probably did catch them at the right time. That mom could be advocating for Hunger Games. Dad is saying Napoleon. um you know and we could have a real battle on our hands, which
Now,
I'd love if you are in one of those families and you're a listener of this show. Please write to us. Honestly, break out the iPhone, videotape
mhm.
it, because that would be huge for our social channels. Wanna B.O senior intern Christopher would love to run a footage of any kind of parental fight over which movie they're going to see.
Yeah, definitely Thanksgiving this year.
Hmm.
The fights will be exclusively about movies. I
Yes,
can't
yes.
imagine anything else there's
Anything else?
nothing else really to fight about right now
Yeah,
other than do we see Hunger Games, Wish, Napoleon,
yeah.
or holdovers?
Yes, yes, definitely. And yeah, between parents and their younger, probably like college age kids, the thing
Mhm.
they're going to fight about is Napoleon or Hunger Games. Those
Yes.
are the two sides that are going to
Mhm.
be taken at any family Thanksgiving this weekend.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
yes.
and it'll get heated,
It
and
always
and I
does.
and I think, names will be tossed back and forth, but it is what it is. That's what's happening in the world right now. You've got
Mhm.
Napoleon and you've got Hunger Games opening at the same time.
Yeah. So, and don't forget Wish.
And don't forget
Speaking
Wish.
of,
Yeah, it's complicated. It's very complicated.